Official.StreetSmarks@gmail.com is how you want to contact us. Listen to us right here exclusively on YouTube, Street Smart Audio. Or fuck with us. Official.StreetSmarks on SoundCloud. Official.StreetSmarks on IG. Street Smart Fanpage on Facebook. Street_Smarks on Twitter. This is the Extreme Retro Review for ECW, February 5th, 1994. This is the night the line was crossed.
Oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I could see why they retroactively named this show that. It was definitely a very fitting title.
What were your thoughts on the show?
I thought this show overall was awesome. Like, post Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert era, this is easily hands down my favorite anything that ECW has done. Overall, it's there were some missteps in that execution in some matches, and it's not. Don't get me wrong, it's not a perfect show by any means, but overall I loved it.
So we have Todd opening up by addressing the multiple allegations, which may be true, but on February 5th, the line was crossed. Watch this tape, and now know that Eastern Championship Wrestling is not for everyone. So we open up with Sal versus the Roughneck, Mr. Hughes, along with the sexiest man alive, Jason. Sal comes out to a mixed reaction, throwing toys into the crowd. The crowd started to look like the ECW crowd. When I looked at it, I said, you know what? This looks like an ECW crowd. It's not like them spotty ass crowds that we saw at the Cabrini Green or at the Cabrini Field College. You know what I'm saying? Or those early shows. You know what I'm saying? Around Ultra Clash. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a nice house. Jason and Hughes come out. Jason gets popcorn to the face. Over. I thought it would be a quick squash, but Sal got some offense. Heat spot. Jason distracts. Knee to the back. Sidewalk slam for the win. Dud.
A struggle sidewalk slam, but yeah.
Jason gets popcorn again. But your thoughts on the match?
It was definitely unmemorable and just meh. But it was probably about 30 seconds too long. But yeah.
It should have been just sidewalk slam finish.
Yeah, basically.
Roughneck. You know what I'm saying? I hate that fucking song. So we're going into let me stop. So, got to shout out, since we're doing a big show, got to shout out the Extreme Wrestling Archive. Got to shout out my boy Shem.
What's up, Shem?
You know what I'm saying? I think we're finally past him. He only did 3 shows. He only did Sizzler, Ultra Clash, and Blood Feast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's slipping.
Super slipping.
Yeah, come on, Shem. Keep up, fam.
All right. So we're moving on to the double dog collar match. We got Sandman versus the Goof, Tommy Cairo. Sandman and the Goof, Tommy Cairo versus Rockin' Rebel with Jason and the PitBull. Cairo has theme music. I was very unaware of that. Said the heels come out to the third ECW theme. Jason has another outfit on. Nice. Baby faces have the collars on, and the heels are hesitant to attach themselves to the chain. They pair off, and the crowd is hot. Brawl outside. Cairo and PitBull hacking Rebel. Rebel gigged immediately early into the match. Jason with a shot early in. Hack and Rebel are in the crowd. They're by some tables. Hack sets up a table and gets back body trap through it like an idiot. Cairo and PitBull are doing stupid shit in the ring for pinfalls. Nobody's paying attention. Meanwhile, Rebel is over outside becoming a fucking god to the ECW arena.
Oh, man, yeah.
He pile drives Hack through a table. He throws him back in. The heels whip the faces into each other. Both faces no sell. Cairo with a sloppy belly to Bailey on the PitBull. Sandman used the chain to hold him down for the win.
Yeah, I was surprised that they won.
out of nowhere.
That was crazy.
I really thought that the heels were going to win this match because, one, Sandman's in the match, and two, Tommy Cairo's in the match. Who's Tommy Cairo beating?
Well, he is the Pennsylvania State Heavyweight Champion of ECW.
Overall, I said it was an entertaining mess, but the crowd loved it. And they needed it at this point because that first match was garbage.
Yeah, definitely a snooze.
Heels beat up the faces. Hat gets hung over the ropes again. Sloppy. Double suplex on Cairo. Hat clears the ring with a chair, I think, or something like that. Moving on.
Yeah.
So we have the Public Enema versus the Bruise Brothers in a fight. This isn't even a match. It's just a fight. Show up and we're just going to fight.
Speaking of win out of nowhere.
Public Enemy out to slam by Onyx. Rocco dancing and taunting the crowd. I hear yell, "Don't call me Jailbird!" Heels jumpstart the heat, and we have the same exact match, except without two dog collars and Jason.
Right. Exactly.
Guys are in the crowd. Bruise Brothers are identical twins, so Joey calls them either Ron or Don Harris or a Bruise Brother.
He couldn't make up his mind. But.
Public Enemy get beat all over the arena. Close up on a Bruise Brother shows an SS tattoo. Did you see that?
I didn't pay attention.
So on Ron and Don Harris's arms, they both have SS tattoos, which was the secret service of the Nazi Party, the Gestapo.
Interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
And they both have it.
Right.
Huh.
Cool. The other one has the same tattoo. They fight by Joey. Joey's over yelling into the crowd like, "Oh my God, what's going on? It's the ECW arena. It's not for everyone." Back in the ring, he powders like a bitch. Speaking of bitches, Johnny Grunge throws powder. Rocco hits BB1 with a 2x4 for the win. What?
Yeah, like I said, that's why I said speaking out of nowhere.
Especially after seeing the dog collar match, it was terrible. I was like, what the fuck is the same exact match as the last match?
Literally.
And no dog collar. And we just sitting there just watching them beat the fucking Public Enemy all over the fucking place. And then out of nowhere, 2x4.
And it's over.
1, 2, 3. Very upsetting.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Moving on. So we have Tommy Dreamer versus Jimmy Superfly Snuka with Hunter Q. Robbins III.
Yeah, that was different to see.
Hunter Q. Robbins III is formerly being the charge of Jimmy Snuka. He when he hatched his plan back in December, he said he's going to hatch a plot so devious, you know what I'm saying? And this is his plan.
Oh.
He aligned himself with Jimmy Snuka.
Okay. So it's and I just want to say it's very smart of Jimmy to get away from that weasel, Paulie Heyman. Or dangerously, I'm sorry.
So Tommy comes out to the ECW theme. Snuka comes out to the second Super Destroyers theme music, which I love, and I keep trying to find it on YouTube. I'm trying to Shazam it so I can find what the title is, but I cannot find that theme music. It is so amazing. I love it. It's Muda-esque. Anyway, Tommy clearly gets booed. Hunter Q. Robbins III gets booed. Snuka, however, gets cheered. Joey, in a fit of hyperbole, says the match will be a classic between two athletes. Come on, dog nuts. Come on, doggy dog. Shout out.
Oh man, I said 136. Click or know what that's about.
Right. So we got a long stall, verbal fellatio by Styles during the entire stall. Snuka jaw-jacking the crowd. Tommy plays Captain Save-A-Ho. He takes off a kid's hat. He says, "I'm going to fight you with the hat." Come on! He's trying to get the crowd into it. The crowd's not buying it.
Oh, man. It was so annoying.
It was so cringy.
I was annoyed. Like, that's the first time I've ever been annoyed with Jimmy Superfly Snuka, because he was the facilitator of, you know, saying of that stall, and then Tommy was, you know, like you said, trying to be a superhero and shit. It was like, oh,
Come on, man. Just come on.
Let's
he
get
ends
it
up
going.
sitting in the crowd. Crowd starts yelling boring. I'm like, all right, let's get to it.
please.
So he starts off with a Tommy Shine. I like the way Snuka selling in this match. Snuka goes back to the fan. They start yelling Piper. Start revisiting the Snuka Piper coconut deal back in the 80s. Tommy sucks up some more. He's a clown. I hate him. Snuka goops Tommy over the top rope for the heat to cheers from the crowd. Snuka has to do everything very slowly to get booed. Backbreaker, and then he goes to the top for the Snuka patented Snuka fly, Superfly splash. He hits it,
Yeah.
flush.
1, 2, 3, you think?
Nope. Tommy Dreamer kicks out.
I'm like, what the The Rookie of the Year candidate has just kicked out of the move that in every other case in ECW has been defeat for the recipient. Every time.
Snuka has the big sail face. HQR3 with the big sail face.
Like, oh my God.
Joey with a great call for the sail. Snuka's still working him over. Back up top for another splash. More work on Dreamer. Snuka with a crazed look in his eye. Dreamer won't give up. Snuka opposite corner splash for the win. Snuka headbutts the ref for goof measure. More work. A fourth splash and Tommy's coughing up blood in the Ken Shamrock spot. Todd comes out to booze. Snuka off the top with a double axe handle. Several geeks back Snuka off. Dreamer gets one more kick. Dreamer's cell job is great. 2 for the match. Post angle was a 4. Split for 3. Your thoughts?
Match started terrible and annoyed me and ended freaking awesome. I loved it. Good.
Great story.
You know what I'm saying? I was a little pissed off that Dreamer kicked out of the first big splash and shit. But everything that happened after that and shit, oh my goodness, it was amazing.
Made sense. Told a great story. It was a very good call by Joey. Everything was done to perfection. Good job, Tommy Dreamer. You're still a putz in my book, though.
And don't forget the living legend and former member of Hot Stuff International, founded by our great leader, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, the King of Philadelphia, the one and only Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Don't forget him.
So I thought we had a tag team title match, but apparently Kevin Sullivan and the Tazmaniac got stripped of the tag titles. So again, tag team title scene is in disarray. It's a fucking recurring theme in ECW.
Why would they? So any particular reason, backstage wise, why they stripped him of the took the? No, just
No clue. I'm thinking maybe Bruise Brothers aren't staying around for a long time. We need to get the belts onto Public Enemy. Kevin Sullivan and Taz don't want to do a job.
Okay.
So you can't transition the belts anytime soon, and it's not really a good spot for him to transition the belts at this time. So you still, Public Enemy just went over Bad Company in a match that we never saw. So it's not the time. I don't think the timing's right. That's the only thing I can postulate.
But the key thing is they don't want to do the job.
That's the only thing I can surmise, that they don't want to do the job, So the Sheik hobbles to the ring. He fights Sullivan. Who cares? Like, if you've seen Kevin Sullivan, I already told you that Kevin Sullivan modeled his whole match style after the Sheik. And now you're seeing the Sheik. So it's like zero. It's like dividing by 0. They're in the crowd again. Tanaka and Taz are in the ring having a wrestling match. Who cares? All 4 are in the same shot at least, so I can at least focus on the action. Spoke too fucking soon because the fucking Sheik and Devil go off into Neverland. Devil gets forked. I can't possibly care about either part of this match at this point. Nobody wanted a job. Sullivan was on his way out to WCW soon to do the Butcher Three Faces of Fear gimmick. So Sheik hits a fireball from outside of the ring onto the back of Taz that the camera never caught. Tanaka pinned for the win. Negative infinity. Sheik throws another fireball at Sullivan, completely misses him. Sullivan sells it anyway because it's the Sheik.
That's my favorite part of the matches.
I mean, he's like digging in his ass and shit, trying to get the fucking flash paper out. He's got the fucking lighter and shit in his fucking hand. He's digging in his fucking dick, trying to get the motherfucking shit.
He wasn't looking for it. You know how he get down.
You already know. Because again, if Sullivan fucking got his shit from the street, you already know Sheik with the motherfucker. He out here dick fiddling this shit. Motherfucker that burnt Taz and shit. Tanaka got the motherfucking pin. Goddamn Sullivan and Sheik go out into the arena.
Oh shit. Oh, goof.
All right, so like I said, Sullivan and Sheik keep brawling out. Peter in the chicken style, Wolverine and Sabretooth style. It's never gonna end. Bell keeps ringing. Woman and Taz powder. Tanaka and Sheik run a train on Sullivan, and the match just goes off.
Oh, that run a train.
I mean, it's like woman grab Taz and they just went to the back. You know what I'm saying?
I know it. That's just funny. It's
They
funny.
just start tag teaming this nigga. You know what I'm saying? She over there dick fiddling again.
Oh shit.
All right. So we got Awesome Mike Awesome versus JT Smith.
He still eating out here, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all, any member of Hot Stuff International is a man of their word. And we said that JT Smith is always going to be eating out here. And guess what? He's still eating out here.
Joey bills him as Philly's own.
That's right.
He still gets nothing but booze and indifference.
That's fucked up, but he eating though. That's all we care about though.
I said he's trying to get something.
I didn't promise over.
Match starts. Punch, clothesline, big splash. Clothesline 2, overhead belly to Bailey.
Come on, somebody.
And Mike Awesome is completely over for the Philly crowd. Clothesline over the top rope, and then he waits. He rears back. He runs. He jumps. He dives onto JT Smith, and he kills him. Quite simply put, he just killed him. Yeah. His back fucking just arched back. I've never seen a body part do not what it's supposed to do that bad and not break. Like, as soon as I saw it, I thought Joe Theismann. Yeah, I thought Sid Vicious.
I'm getting that feeling again where it's just...
It's over.
Those bone chilling.
I said Mike Awesome is over for life in Philadelphia.
And JT Smith is paralyzed.
JT Smith's sell job was, I said it was perfect. It was too fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got JT Smith on the Extreme Project. So he talks about this match, and he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? But he's trying to, Awesome's trying to buy him time and shit. So Awesome's over there parading around, because goddamn, he did the most fucking phenomenal move I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And I gotta protect my opponent.
Right.
So he's over there. He's giving JT time to breathe, make sure he's getting his wind back and everything like that. People are chanting for Mike Awesome. Awesome calling for the awesome bomb. JT fluke roll up for the win.
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
What?
I actually marked out for that just because, for one, he survived being paralyzed and shit. Because Mike Awesome, like you said, killed him. And not only if it's one thing to show up, but to get the winner's purse of the kayfabe money and stuff is definitely eating out here. So I was happy to see that for Philadelphia's own JT Smith. And speaking of Philadelphia, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, the leader and founder of Hot Stuff International, is the king of Philadelphia, for those who don't know. If you didn't know, now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
So post-match, JT scurries out the ring. Awesome's mad as shit, and he grabs and he hits the ref. Powerbomb to the fans' delight.
He beat the fuck out the ref.
Powerbomb 2, and he goes up to the top rope.
Oh, bad decision.
And the top rope breaks. He comes crashing to the mat. The crowd pops. Awesome hits the ref with the top rope and leaves. I gave it 5 stars just for the sheer insanity.
Oh, I loved every second of post top rope awesome onto JT backbreaker move. Everything after that I loved. Every second.
It was amazing. It was the quintessential squash match, but with a roll up.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
And JT Smith continues to eat out here. Shout out Hot Stuff Hollywood.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man.
So, we come to the main event.
Yeah.
3-way for the ECW Heavyweight Championship. We have Sabu, the franchise Shane Douglas, and the ECW Heavyweight Champion, the living legend, Terry Funk.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Sabu's out with Paulie. Shane's out with Sherry. Shane's out first with Sherry to some horrible music. Paulie runs down and smacks Sherry in the head with the phone immediately.
It was on and popping from that point on.
Shane hits Paul. Shane and Sabu start the match. They start hot as fuck. Joey is barely audible as they trade moves. Shane's a little slow. He's a little slow because he's a little bit bigger for this match. He's a little noticeably bigger for this match. I just want to say that. Yeah, just he's been lifting weights. He had to get in shape. He had to, he's going 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So he had to get into shape for it.
Okay.
He's in peak cardio right now.
I hope that's what it is.
So Sabu and Shane start for the first 15. They got 15 minutes to beat each other. Otherwise, Funk comes out to a finish and it's no time limit, or it's to a 60-minute. My bad. So they immediately hit a chin lock. Crowd's into Sabu. Sabu's handler is now named 911. So they do some basic stuff to kill time so Funk can come out. Sabu crashes and burns on a missed moonsault through a table on the outside with 2 minutes left in the first period. Funk walks out with 30 seconds left and takes Shane into the crowd. Sabu's been escorted out, so now it's Funk and Shane. You have anything to add on the first part of the match?
I loved it. I was locked in from the moment Paul hit Sherry. I'm glad Sherry was okay, by the way, but Shane and Sabu tore the house down.
So Funk's head is bandaged, but it came off immediately. Funk with a pile driver outside, and there's more outside stuff to kill time. Funk throwing chairs into the ring and chase Sherry around to buy time. Funk stacks the chairs and DDTs Shane. Shane recruits, drops an arm onto the injured back of Funk. Shane works the back outside and more stuff. 30 minutes pass. Funk and Shane brawl into the hard camera crowd. Back in, Sabu returns with a bandaged knee. Funk powders and gets the Eagle's Nest mic, and he breaks both Sabu and Shane as they work, and Funk comes back. All three are in at 35 minutes, and now they start the real three-way part of the match. Shane powders immediately. 911 distracts Paul so Funk can phone somebody to break up the toe hold. Oh, he breaks up. He hits Funk with to break up the toe hold. They're doing more stuff. Shane in. Funk starts doing the JYD headbutts. Cover for a 2 on Sabu. Funk pushes the ref, and the referee's Jim Molyneux, by the way. Paul starts a Sabu chant. Sabu, Sabu, Sabu. They do the triple sleeper spot around this time. As the match kind of slows down, I'm kind of bored at this point. Figure 4 spots broken up by Paul as Shane's eyes botched by a crab. Blah, 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 blah. 40 minutes in, Sabu chases Sherry. Shane chairs Funk outside. Bad Breed do a run in to help. Shane and Sabu cradle suplex for 2. Funk's getting carried out. Sabu with a leg drop for 2. Breed beats up Shane to do some more stuff. Funk returns 50 minutes in, and I can't make sense of anything that's going on at this point. Just stuff is just happening. I'm just like, I'm writing it down, pause. I'm writing it down, pause. I'm writing it down, pause. Because it's just so many things happening. Yeah. So many people are in the ring now. You got the Bad Breed, you got Sherry, you got Sabu, you got Shane, you got Funk, you got 911, you got Paul Lee, you got the referee. You know what I'm saying? So it's time consuming. It's like the match was an hour, but it took me like 2 hours to write the fucking matchup. You know what I'm saying? So I swear on the mother of all botches. I said, okay, there it is. Sabu slams Funk, and I swear on the other of all botches and a lion salt. Whatever. Then Sabu goes to the corner. Funk rolls into a position for a moonsault. Fans openly boo the shitty transitioning. Ref bump. What? Series of pins by everybody with a ref bump. Triple wear down spot 55 minutes in. Sherry jumps on Funk. Funk suplexes Sherry. Yeah. He starts to toe hold, but Sherry cuts that short. Everybody's gassed for about 45 minutes at this point. Funk puts Sherry shoe in his hand and low blows Sabu in a cute spot, then digs the heel in Shane's ear. Funk atomic drops Paul Lee at 58 minutes. Shane crossbodies both men. Time ends. The crowd boos. Then they start to cheer. I gave the match a 1 star. Just because it was just all right. The first 15 minutes was hot when it was just Sabu and Shane. It was dope. I loved it. Okay. Then Sabu's out. Now it's Funk and Shane. All right. So we got Funk and Shane, which I've already seen at Holiday Hell. I've seen it a couple times already. So I'm kind of bored at this point watching these guys work. Okay.
And plus it's Terry Funk.
Right. So exactly. Sabu comes back and they start the 3-way stuff. And the 3-way stuff is it's because it's the first match. You know what I'm saying? I have to give them some leniency. But regardless of all that, you still got Terry Funk in the match, and you still have a guy like Shane Douglas in the match.
That's right. The franchise.
So you would think, I'm like, it was paced well, but overall it was still disjointed. That's why I gave it a 1. Your thoughts, though?
Okay. First, there was one part in the match where Terry Funk once again showed what type of low-life degenerate that he is. Him and Shane was outside the ring, and Shane was on the barricade and shit straddled or whatever. He pulled down the franchise, former member of Hot Stuff International, Shane Douglas. He pulled his drawers down and then exposed his bare ass. For what reason would a man pull down another man's tights to expose his ass? thankfully, the sensational Sherry, she was there and she pulled his tights back up and shit and covered his ass back up and shit. But why? Just first he trying to talk Paulie into get naked, and then he trying to talk the crowd into get naked. And not chicks, mind you, other dudes. And then he just pulls out Shane Douglas's ass. For what reason? So I didn't particularly care for that match. I mean, that particular part of the match, but it's Terry Funk, so Funk gonna Funk, you know what I'm saying? But otherwise, then there was another, I don't know, the triple or the double sleeper hold. Or,
Right.
To seem a little peculiar, I called it the human centipede sleeper. But
I watched Human Centipede 2 the other day.
I've never seen 1 or 2, but I hear 1 is one of the worst movies you could ever watch.
So I'm going to give you a third Street Smart cinema inside of this Extreme Retro review. So check this out. So based off of Human Centipede 1, Human Centipede 1 in story was an actual movie in Centipede 2, right? Okay, so the dude in Centipede 2 is just a crazy lunatic, and he loves the Human Centipede movie, and he wants to fucking recreate that shit in real life. So he starts kidnapping people.
Oh shit!
And he ends up kidnapping the actress who's in Centipede 1, and makes her the head of the next real Human Centipede. And it's like 12 people in that shit.
Oh no!
He like sodomizes the end, like one of the chicks on the end and shit. It's ridiculous.
Oh
yeah, but still, just think of the shit that people eat and shit the shit and eat the shit. Do that shit like 12 times, and then the person on the end gets fucked in the ass.
How can you say it so casual though? Like it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the grocery store, get some fruits and vegetables. Oh, and the last person in the Human Centipede gets fucked in the ass.
I didn't make the fucking movie. I just watched this shit. That nigga was in the back of the centipede like, oh.
Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, that's fucked up.
All right, so post-match, Joey's in the lobby. He's putting over the match. He asks Funk about the match that just took place. Funk's crying about how he loves wrestling. He despises the WWF. He despises WCW and how it's ran. Not the wrestlers, though. Just the companies and how it's ran. Just the promoters and the corporate entity, you know what I'm saying, respectively. He puts over Sabu and Shane. He puts over ECW and the fans. He loves you, and he's going to keep going.
I'm about the Human Centipede myself right now, thinking about this sheet.
So Todd comes out. He has some words. He's the master of ceremonies of the press conference. 911 and another handler who I dubbed 411 are holding Sabu back while Paulie spins that it was a conspiracy between Shane and Funk to keep the belt off of Sabu.
Oh, give me a break.
He doesn't have much to say to Todd. He doesn't think Joey's that good of an announcer. That's all he got to say about that. He walks off. Like during the promo, he kept breaking up. He said, "Hold him back, hold him back. We'll give him the meat later."
Oh man!
Then the franchise, Shane Douglas comes out.
Oh yeah,
and he cuts probably the most iconic promo of not only his career, but of anybody's career. Honestly,
it was awesome.
It was a definitive promo. I mean, Philadelphia, you saw it here live. You know what I'm saying? He took the crazy man Sabu out. Terry Funk, he crushed his knee to obliterate.
Yeah, there it is.
You know what I'm saying?
He crushed it to what?
Obliterate. Forever in the Street Smart audio lexicon.
Oh shit, obliterate. You know what I'm saying?
I cannot do that promo justice. No way I could transcribe all the great things that he said.
Oh man, it was phenomenal.
It's just basically he said that since he beat both guys to a pulp, he worked 60 minutes, he deserves to be the new ECW champion.
He should be the ECW heavyweight champion. And I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Because as he said, Terry Funk and Sabu had to be carried out. He walked out.
Terry Funk comes back and he's lamenting that he's saying, hey, I put you over.
He tried to steal Shane Douglas's shine. Did anybody interrupt Terry Funk when he talked? He had all the time in the world to he talk. Nobody interrupted him. He said what he had to say. Sat there looking stupid with his dumb little bloody face after he got his ass whooped by the franchise Shane Douglas. And nobody interrupted him. But when Shane Douglas's turn, he wants to come out. He wants to be a camera hog and he wants to steal the shine and be in the spotlight. Because that's the type of loser he is. He has self-esteem issues. He is what's the word? Oh, insecure. That's what it is. He is insecure, and so that's why he always has to be in the limelight. Even when he has his time, he left out of there with the belt on some fluke shit. But it wasn't enough. No, he heard Shane Douglas cutting the promo of a lifetime, and he wanted to be in on it. That's the type of person that Terry Funk is. I can't stand him. He is despicable, and week in and week out, he continues to show you why. This is why I say about Terry Funk. But he's the living legend. Kiss my ass.
So Terry Funk comes back. Terry and Shane have a back and forth. Shane's talking about, I beat you up. Look at your face.
That's right.
Look at my face.
Exactly.
That's why I should be the heavyweight champion. Because I'm prettier than you.
Proof positive.
And I worked a longer match than you. You're a has-been. I'm the new kid on the block, basically.
Come sashaying in at the end and shit. Or they gonna go up by Joey Styles and take a breather and shit. Hey, get the fuck out of here.
So since Funk, he doesn't really care about the belt, so he gives the belt to Shane. He says, here, you can have the belt if you want it.
The most honorable thing he's ever done in his life.
He says, here, because I know on March 5th, when I beat you, it'll be oh so sweet to beat you for the title that you didn't really earn.
Well, that was just dementia kicking in.
So they end up touching each other. They have a little sissy fight, pull apart, brawl. They're all focused on each other's faces and everything. Geeks pull them apart. Said, the match was a 1. The post-match was a 5. We split it 4-3.
I was surprised to see Kevin Sullivan out there as one of the geeks trying to restrain Terry Funk and shit.
But shit, you need geeks. He could have put a mask on or something,
Yeah, it's just peculiar.
Kevin Sullivan has a mask.
Yeah.
Probably some gimp mask or some shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Overall, great moments, even if the card was repetitive with the double dog collar match, the tag title match, and the Bruise Brothers versus the Public Enema matches being the same fucking match over and over and over again. You got Dreamer kicking out of the splash. The double dog again was good. Awesome was great, but you forget about it because of the post-match of the three-way. You know what I'm saying? They put this squash match in a death spot, and you don't even remember Mike Awesome after that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the three-way being so long and the post-match being so great. You forget that Mike Awesome just killed somebody.
Yeah. And lost the match. Oh, man. He picked the wrong night to fight JT Smith. That's
So for historical purposes, you should definitely watch this show. Mm-hmm. But remember, it is ECW, and it is not for everyone.
Oh, there was the part where the fans was giving Terry Funk the chairs and shit. I thought that was pretty cool and shit. That's like the first time that happened. You know, they
Just wait. It gets more epic.
I've seen the videos on YouTube, or the montages, if you will. So apparently, it happens frequently.
It happened twice.
Oh, twice.
At least twice. And I think definitely this year and next year. So
this was like the little precursor.
yeah. So next week we'll be on February 8th, February 15th shows. It'll be a special show next week. It'll probably be it'll be Extreme Retro Review number 50. Right?
Number 50, oh.
Right?
Oh man, it's lightweight a big deal, huh?
Kinda.
We should have some Street Smart trivia for number 50. You should put the title up.
Until then, life is a work. Make sure you get paid for it. We out.